Can't tell. Okay, yeah. Well, I just ain't used to this thing.
Right.
Hey folks, Papa Joe here. Grandma been working me hard today. Me and old Vixen. I'm gonna do a little kitchen cooking here in the kitchen. I thought I'd bring you along with me. Here in a little bit, we're gonna do some fish. Right now, I'm doing a Italian sausage. I want to. Don't mind me. Just some regular old Italian sweet sausage. This is some of that stuff the neighbor lady gave us. I'm not an overly big fan of it, but we couldn't tell her no. She's such a sweetheart. And we actually gave the majority up to some friends of ours that he had lost his job. But we forgot. What's wrong, Grandma? Grandma thought she almost got in the picture. Did y'all see that flash? She was gone in a flash. Let's see, front. Turn on about 7. I like my olive oil. If I haven't, oh, this is sesame oil. I ain't used it. Is this about like our olive oil?
It's sesame season. No, it's sesame oil.
I understand that.
Open it, take a little taste, and see if you like it.
I'm talking about, can you cook with it like I do my olive oil? Can I use it for frying my sausage?
Yes, sweetheart.
Then I will give it a whirl.
Some oils have a higher burning point than
exactly.
And a
That's why I was
breakdown
asking.
point. But I guess you could use it. We got it for something that called for sesame oil, and we didn't have it, so I got a bottle of it. And
yeah, well, hell, we tried it. And as you heard, she got it because some recipe we had called for it, and we didn't have it, so she got it. Sesame seed oil, huh? I ain't never used it. So, and the reason I was drilling her on it is there is different temperatures that your oils and whatnot just don't do good, or they burn, or they come apart, or just different things. So, now this sausage is not cooked, so I'm going to cook it up. And while it's starting to cook, I'm going to prepare my veggies. And I would normally start my onions. However, having to cook those down, we've been shampooing carpet and stuff like that, vacuuming, then shampooing, and our bedroom actually has been in need of it, and it's one of them things we don't really like to do. Who likes to do it, you know? And it got driving Grandma crazy enough that she said we're going to do it. And, you know, I have flying her out once in a while. In the meantime, I try to do what I'm told. But, and on your peppers, take out that membrane, boys and girls. Get all the seeds out and cut that membrane out. There's different ways that you can do it. What you heard there was our alarm system telling me that Grandma just opened the front door. So now I know she's letting that damn killer dog out. Now, all them seeds are out. But anyhow, I am going to do a dish that actually Rusty gave me the idea when me, him, and I think it was Brandon was talking to it. It might have been me, him, and Paul. But we was talking the other day about some of my recipes on the videos. So he started telling me about what he would do with this Italian sausage. And I allowed that. I'm not a big fan of Italian sausage at all. But what he was talking about sounded pretty decent. But me being Papa Joe, I automatically started thinking of some ways I could twist it around and make it my own. So, for one thing, he was talking about, let me back you up a little bit where you can at least watch what I'm doing. And let me get a cigarette. He was talking about, he did this basic same thing that I'm starting out with. But he would put it on bread and make an Italian sausage type bread. And I think he was also talking about using the Italian patties, which I'm not doing. You seen I had those big links. I thought that they was the little breakfast sized links. They was not. So now I'm going to have to cook them up. Then I will cut them down to continue on with what I want to do. But me and Grandma are doing our best to cut out carbs. Carbs and sugar. And I did find yesterday some sugar-free oatmeal cookies. That was kind of cool. So I'm going to get this going. I've been in there taking a little break after I done all that vacuuming and carpet shampooing. Grandma would come in and help with different parts, but her pushing that vacuum around doesn't work real good for her. Hell, it don't work real good for me, but it's less painful on me than her. So I was taking a break after that, and she was in here cleaning the kitchen up, getting some dishes in the dishwasher and whatnot. Wanting to, knowing that I was going to do videos or live streams. So now she's taking a break. Well, I'm doing this. And I got a red and an orange and a green pepper just for looks. The only reason I got it. And you can take a spoon and get these membranes out of here. Or if you've got decent knife skills, you can use a knife like I do. Just however you need to get them out of there, get them out of there. So when we get done with this, I am going to, come on out of there. There it comes out of there. Bandito, what up, little buddy? But when I get done with this, we're going to put it on Cali rice, which is a rice that's made from cauliflower. We've used that a couple different times. And in the right application, I don't mind it. Now they have a Cali mashed potato. Supposed to be replacing mashed taters. It don't do it. I don't care what they say. Now for replacing rice, it's kind of cool. So if some of y'all are trying to eat better, that's a good way to start it. Cutting out them carbs. And I don't remember where Grandma heard of it at. And as far as I know, she might have just seen it in the store and said, huh. I just know one day it showed up at the house and she said, we ought to try this. And I said, yes, boss. And after you've been married as long as I am, you get the last word, last two words actually, in every argument. And that's yes, dear. So, ain't that right, Grandma?
Absolutely.
So, now I do that until she makes me mad, then I just line her out. Every once in a while she has to wake up on the floor. And then she knows she done messed up.
Right.
Here and there, asking me not to do it again. She's scared. Tell you what, these peppers are juicy.
You are so funny, baby.
I'm funny? Am I a comedian now?
Yes, you're now a comedian.
You want me to just come smack you now?
Yeah, let's see that.
Cool. Here's a little baby pepper inside this green pepper. Always thought that was cool. And once again, I never remember which one they said is the male and female, the 3 bump or the 4 bump.
I actually think it's the 3 bump is the male and good for cooking, and the 4 bump is the female and it's sweeter, better for eating and salad.
Well, then I did good because this is a 3 bumper.
Okay, I think that's how it goes.
Here in a minute, I need to check that sausage. I hear it behind me. And I want that sausage to cook before I go putting these in there, because these I'm going to cook on a real low heat. My onions and peppers, and I'll wind up pausing y'all when I do that, because it'll take a little bit for me to sweat them. I call it sweating. They have some fancy name for it.
Caramelized?
Caramelizing, yeah.
Something like that.
Something like that. So,
It does bring the flavor out of it.
it really does. It brings out the sweetness in them onions too. Bandito, what are you doing, buddy? You need to go bite Mom. She was getting sassy a while ago. Go bite her. Say what now?
He was telling the cat.
Oh, was he now?
That's real, yeah. Just on the barn where the cat comes in and out underneath it.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Grandma's got this. Oh, y'all can't see it. She got this lid holder that I normally forget to use. Well, I can tell you that sesame seed oil is not doing good on these higher temperatures.
It's not.
No, I can't hear you. I got stuff sizzling and carrying on. want to give me a little of my virgin oil in here. The sesame seed oil is not doing good, and it has allowed some of my sausage to get a little dunner than I wanted. So, but it's cooking good. What I'm going to do now is turn this way down to like 2. And it'll cool off here in a minute. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and throw the peppers in there. And now I'm going to go ahead and prep my onions. Get them in there. Then this will get turned down to pretty much nothing. And I will let it cook for quite a while. In the meantime, I'll move my rinse my board off. As you've seen, the only thing really been on it's veggies. So I ain't got to worry about cross-contamination. But I will rinse it off. Save it for, come on. Got that one little piece there that wants to be a pain in the butt. But I will try to save Grandma a little bit of dishes by reusing this. And even though I've got her a dishwasher, I just try not to use more stuff than I have to. I reuse dishes, rinse it off, set it aside, and reuse it. I can't help it. So, you know, stuff like measuring cups and all that stuff, why would you want to measure just milk in it and then throw it in the sink and then get out another one? We've got 3 or 4 of them up there, but why would you want to do that? Now, I really don't do dishes. Now, I have, but Grandma's got to really be under the weather or something extreme. Otherwise, it's kind of like doing laundry. She just ain't real crazy about the way I do it. And I don't learn real good. So she don't have a problem with me cooking and her cleaning. It's kind of like when we was just doing that carpet in there. So, I think, yeah, I'm going to pick them sausages up. Let some of this other stuff get down there. Now this is going to be a whole lot of pepper and onion to it. And I will add other stuff, maters and whatnot. Which it would be good on a, he said that he did a garlic bread. And that sounds pretty daggum good if we was eating all the bread. But being we're not eating all the bread, then it don't sound so good. So instead, we're going to do the Cali rice.
It would be good on regular rice too, or brown rice.
Oh yeah, I think it'd be good on most anything. Now the big thing's going to be to get these peppers and onions sweated down before you get that sweet taste out of them. Now I did get a Vidalia. I call it Vidalia. It's a sweet onion. Now I don't really know if they brought in Vidalia or not, which is from Vidalia, Georgia. If you ever get down there, they have the Vidalia Festival where they use the Vidalia onions for everything. I've never got to be there. I've heard about it. And I've heard that they even do a Vidalia sweet onion ice cream, which they say is quite tasty. I think you gotta be pretty Vidalia onion addicted. You know, Grandma's one of them that she's not a real big onion fan. And if it's raw onion, she won't touch it. If they make her a hamburger, and we've ordered a hamburger, and they mess up and put the onion on it, she's not happy. Alright, well, I'm going to pause this. It's been 10 minutes. Y'all got a clue what I'm doing here. And you don't need to watch me dice up another onion. You've seen I started the sausage over there. I have onions, peppers, sweating, along with the sausage. And I'm just going to cut this rascal up and do the same thing that you just seen me do with the other onion. We're going to let it go for a little bit. I'll bring you back here in just a short and show you the final touches. And looky there, you still hung around long enough for me to cut that onion up. I'll be back. Alright, there we go. I think it's recording again. I'm still learning this tablet. Now then, I know it ain't been very long for y'all. This is wilting down pretty good. I don't know what else you'd call it. Sweating down, whatever. And it's time now to cut some of these sausages up, or cut all of them up, not some of them. And I'll see how done they are. Now I have also threw some tomatoes in here. Some little cherry tomatoes. So they're cooking down. And boy, has it made some juice in here. You can see how limp and stuff everything is. That's what I want. I want to keep cooking it down. There we go. But Grandma and I have been in there doing some other stuff. And, oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I'm cutting this down to basically bite size for me. I don't want to go too small. I'm losing some of my juice out of them, but it is what it is. Another piece or two there wouldn't hurt to cook a little more, but probably out of the center of one of them that I cut, but that's fine because I'm going to throw them back in there with them veggies to cook some more anyway. So it's all good. Now then. Well, me and Grandma have got some stuff we've been going through in there. we came upon the conclusion here a week or so. We was talking about all the stuff that we have. We were trying to decide if we owned stuff or if stuff owned us. Damn it. Boy, that ain't working out good, is it? At least the oven handle caught that one. Wanted to do that so that that juice that came out of them would go in there. Although it's juicy enough, I want some of that flavor in there. Rinse that off a little bit for Grandma so it ain't just a greasy mess. Leave that water running behind me. That's what y'all hear. I want it to get hot where I can spray off her cutting board and knife and not leave her a greasy mess. And it takes our water a minute to get hot. Now then, toss this all around a little bit again. A lot juicier than I thought. And that came out of them tomatoes. I don't know where that came from. A little bit it came out of the sausage. Now we're going to let that continue to go. Me and Grandma are trying to free ourselves from clutter and stuff. So we've got stuff strode out we've gone through, and I'm going to go back in there and help her some more. My water's hot. I'm rinsing that off. I'll be back. Alright, I'm back with you. Boy, has this got juicy. I don't know where all the juice came from. At this time, I don't want all that juice.
Came from sweating the vegetables.
Grandma, I'm going to need some help. I'm sorry. I really do. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll split the difference with you. Hold this.
I'm sorry.
I know. She's bashful. And we've been just knocking stuff in the head. She don't want you to see her not looking real pretty. Slide it over here, son. Now just hold it inside. Turn it around. There you go. I don't want to get rid of this juice yet. Damn, that looks like good looking broth, don't it?
It is. It's from sweating the vegetables.
I know
and
it.
Tomato
And the
juice
sausage.
And the sausage.
Well, a while ago there was
Nothing.
half this much in there.
Yeah.
And now there's all of that. All right. But see, I'm fixing to put them tomatoes in here. So
Oh, good. You're right.
I don't want to get rid of this yet. But I damn sure didn't want all of that. We don't want it watery.
Do you want to drain the tomatoes?
Let's see what we're going to have here first.
Okay.
Okay, well, these ain't as wet as I was thinking they were. So that we might wind up. But what I'm doing here, folks, is I got some Italian styled petite diced tomatoes is what I've got. And I got 3 cans of them. And I didn't want all that juice in there. In case these, now watch, Mom. There's that little bit that poured out.
Yeah, and the rest of it's tomatoes, yeah.
Well, you know, yeah, there's some juice in it, but
yeah, it's not.
It ain't near as watery as I thought it would be.
Right.
And if we're putting this over that Cali rice, we're going to want a little bit of juice to it. We don't want it dry. Well, that's a lot of tomato.
I was wondering if you was going to need all 3 of those, but...
I want them.
Okay.
Need them, I don't know, but I want them.
Okay.
because I have quite a bit of, I've still got quite a bit of juice in here. We didn't get out in there as much as I thought. But I have quite a bit of pepper and onions in here. I want the tomatoes to help set it off. You know, this is still juicier than I really want it to be. So, and we've been cooking this for, I don't know, seems like a couple hours, don't it? And where is our Italian seasoning? Do you know?
I don't think it's on a shelf. I think it's in a bottle that's too big for the turntable.
Okay.
I think it's,
So it's on a shelf.
it's on the shelf, not on the turntable. Is what I was
Yeah.
trying to say.
Well, there's some garlic. I know I'm going, there it is, Italian seasoning. Well, we're almost out of it. I'm going to finish off just regular old Italian seasoning.
That's great.
So, but anyway, me and Grandma's been going through stuff back in there. And some of it sure stirs up the memories. So we've been talking memories. Alright. What is this one? This is also an Italian seasoning. So we did have another one, Mom.
Another one, what, love?
Italian seasoning.
I don't know if we did or not.
We did.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's what I'm saying. We did have another one.
Okay.
And it ain't ground up like that other one is. Now I'm going to leave the lid off of this and let it cook some more. I'm going to let some of this juice escape. Now that I've wilted everything down, I'll turn it back up some. Turn it up to about 4.5. I had it on 3. I don't know what y'all did, but I had it on 2 for the longest time, sweating it. And
Like a medium low.
yeah, it's a medium low. There's 5, which is halfway, and I've got it on 4. And I'm fixing to start cooking some fish. I'm going to turn you off while I get set up on it. And I'm going to let this just marinate all together, everything kind of blend together, and see where we go from there. And it's really not as heavy in tomatoes as I feared. So, now, I'll be back. Ain't sure what I'll do with this. I'm going to just set it aside until all the cooking is done today. Going to break out our new fryer. And this is simply cooking for our dinner tonight and something for me to take on the truck. I only need a couple of dishes. I'll leave Grandma a little bit of something for here, and we'll be eating a little bit healthier. I shall return. All right, I'm back with you. This is looking good over here. I still have it simmering. I added more Italian seasoning to it. Do a little taste test. Now it's getting cooking down the way I want it to. So I'm fixing to turn it off. I think it's good to go. So, and like I said, we have the Cali rice out in the freezer. And I ain't going to show it to you. Go to the freezer department and look at Cali rice. It's rice made from cauliflower head where they break it on down. Getting ready to start on our real dinner for the night. Which is going to be frozen foods. We got some hush puppies, steak fries, catfish, and a deep fryer. We don't do too much deep frying. It just ain't been something that we've been partial to. But here lately, we've been wanting to. For our fish, we got just a regular old fish dip. Now, it could be made into a batter, or you can just use it as a breading. We're going to do it as a breading. I don't want it battered. I have my my oil heated up to 350. That's what everything was telling. The fish didn't say on it. We figured it was 350, and we read on these other two, and they agreed 350 was a good number. This is really going to be more hush puppies than we need, I think. So, 'cause I know Grandma ain't going to eat too many of them. So I'm going to do approximately half of them. Now these she can either vacuum seal or put in a Ziploc freezer baggie. I'm setting them aside. The directions said to do this and cook them for 3 minutes. I'm going to set my timer over here. I think that's 3 minutes. My clock says pretty much 5:30 exactly. So let's see what happens here. And I'm protecting myself because I knew it would do that. And you should always deep fry with the lid off. However, you should always use caution when you put any of this frozen stuff in there. Well, that's going to be 3 minutes on that. I have 3 plates over here set aside with paper towels on them. One of them I'll put these hush puppies on. I'm going to do about half of them French fries. I figure there's going to be a plate of this for me to take with me. So I'm really surprised me and Grandma have not opened up some kind of a ranch style bean. Don't know that we're going to really worry about it. This over here is doing great. Rusty, you had a good idea here. As you can see, I modified it for me. And that's the thing, folks, when you watch any of these recipes, any of these cooking videos, including mine, for the most part, you can modify them for your likes, your taste, your style of eating. We are really trying to eat a lot healthier, which is hard to do, I'll tell you the truth. Because I guarantee you, I would love to have that on some bread. I'd like to make some French bread like he was talking about, toasted in the oven and all that. Yeah, buddy. However, we're trying to get away from the carbs. And we're getting a ton of carbs right here with this coating stuff. And I'm looking, and some of these are trying to float. I'm going to pick them up and give them a little shake. Put them back down in there. And the French fries also said 3 minutes. So after these are done, boy, they're starting to float now. After these are done, I'm going to do up about half them French fries.
Usually when they float, they're getting done.
Right, and their 3 minutes is almost up. It's been 2 minutes now.
Okay.
You're going to have some stuff in here if you want to vacuum seal it.
Okay.
That's what I would prefer you did.
Exactly.
Now I'm cutting the tops off where you might want to cut them off some more. But no more fish than they put in here. I'm going to cook all the fish. Yeah, they're all floating now. Some of them are turning pretty crispy brown. My alarm's fixing, the timer's fixing to go off. Right there is 3 minutes. I'm going to give them just a little bit more. It's 3 minutes by the clock. The timer ain't saying 3 minutes. It's fixing to. I've never used this timer, Mama. Does it shut off by itself once it dings? Or is it going to ding?
No, it's going to ding or the light's going to go off.
It ain't got a light. This is that one I bought where that place I delivered down in Eatonton. The clock with the timer on it.
Okay, that one's going to ding.
Just one time and that's it?
I don't know, it might buzz.
I doubt if it buzzes.
It's going to do something when the time is up.
Yeah, well there's 4 minutes. That timer sucks. Oh, and these look good. I'm going to set them here a minute. Let them drain real good. While they're draining, I'm going to get my French fries ready. So y'all getting a double whammy on this. You got to see the Italian sausage. And all we do, we have kitchen scissors. I think everybody has them in this day and age. And we just cut our bags off as short as we can up towards the top. You know, a little piece like that. Leaves a whole bunch. You know, here's the fries down here. By the time I get half of them, she'll probably wind up getting rid of half of this. So, all right. That's ready. I'm going to just set it over here for now. Going to put my lid back on here. I guess when the light comes on, this is ready, correct? Is that what we decided?
I believe, yes.
I think so too. So let me pour them out. And they're too hot to sample right now. Set my lid back off. Set that down in here. Now once again, you got to be careful of these splatters. And even just pouring it in up here, if you've got a little bit of, how many fries you think you're going to want? Just a small handful?
Yeah.
I want a little bit more than that. Ooh. You hear that grease? That's because some of this is falling down in there. Alright, my light is blinking at me. That means a little bit got in there and got it cold. Howie. Okay, fine. Stay down. I didn't protect myself that time. That was awful foolish. All right, I'm looking at my clock. The half hand, the second hand was on the 6. We're on the 7.1, and it says 3 minutes. So that means I'm going to go up to the 8 at the most. Now these are done. I'm going to scatter them out a little bit. I'm going to set them aside. Did y'all want to see them? That's the hush puppies. Now I'm going to take one of them and break it in half. Oh yeah, they're done. They're hot too. All right. Let me finish eating. Well, I'm out with hot. I gotta have some dew to wash that down. Hush puppies are good, Mama.
Cool.
These two in here is ready for you to seal them.
Alright.
Now, I already told you, we cheated. We didn't do a home batter, none of that. We've got stuff we could have. we got that. I'm putting it in a Ziploc baggie, and I'm going to take approximately what I am going to, boy, this has still got ice on it. This is going to splatter a bit when I go to do it. Okay, this one don't, yeah, that one's got a little ice too. This is going to get a little crazy on me when I go putting this in. I'm going to have to be real careful. And what does that leave in here? I've got 3 in my bag. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's 4 left. Let me rinse my hand off. All right, those are just about ready to come up. Pick them up and give them a little shake. There we go. Gonna let them go for another minute. Now my Ziploc baggie, I'm not worried about getting the air out of it. If anything, I want some air to stay in it. We'll make sure it's sealed real good. And now then, I'm just going to roll them around. Make sure they get separated. Make sure I'm getting some of this coating all over them. And you do have to work at that, folks. You can't just put them in there and think that they're done. Now you can see how easy this meal really is. It ain't nothing like this that's complicated or some great feat of chefdism. It's just some simple old cooking. Now I'm going to take these up. I already told you I've got a plate set out here for them. I'm going to let them drain a second. Which is also letting my grease get back up to cooking temperature. Now, give her my cigarette for a minute. This part, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not real crazy about, because I've felt ice on some of this. So this one I'm gonna have to be damn careful. Now I'm gonna put my pan on down in there and drop it on down in there. Same thing with this one. The pan's already down in there. Now I went ahead and cooked my French fries and hush puppies first, so that I think I'm only going to do 2 this next round, so that I knew that this fish and this breading I'm putting in here was going to mess that water up, or that oil up, I'm sorry. I can't hear you, baby. I got grease popping in here.
I said, everything you're putting in there is frozen.
Right.
Knock the ice off what you can.
That's what I did. Okay. But there's a difference with ice on it and it being frozen. The steak taters and all that did not have a ice coating. They was froze, but they didn't literally have ice on them.
Right, just crystals.
Well, not even that.
Really see.
It didn't even have the frozen crystal stuff. It was just frozen.
Okay.
Huh?
I'm going to finish your peels.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, ain't no hurry. Alright, this was right at 8.1, so we've been almost 2 minutes. And I'm sure it needs to cook at least 3 minutes, and I'm probably going to cook it more like 4, maybe even 5. And the bag does not tell you. The other ones, for these steak fries and the hush puppies, they told you what temperature and how long. But this one did not tell us that. Yeah, that ain't ready yet. But now we've cooked enough that we got a clue. I'm sure y'all do too. Oh. While that's cooking, let me go ahead and get the next 2 ready. The next time I'm only cooking 2 at a time. Been a very productive weekend around here. The last couple of months, I've been pretty lazy when I got home, and Grandma, she's been, you know, she didn't push me to do anything. She wasn't much more motivated than I was. We both kept talking about stuff we needed to do. We just wasn't doing it. But this past week while I was gone, she got motivated on some projects. And when I got home, well, last weekend we did pretty good. We did got a start on some stuff. And this weekend, she had our bedroom all ready, stuff out of the way, and we got it vacuumed and shampooed and all that, which don't sound like a big feat to a lot of people. Well, we both got our ailments, and that damn vacuum cleaner, it's a good vacuum cleaner. I forget who it is, but it gets old on us, back and forth, back and forth. And hers has got a red and a green light, and the red light's if it's still sucking up dirt and stuff, green light's to go. So I ain't gonna lie, I was real slow. Alright, sat there a minute and let the green light come on. And then I ease it forward an inch. Red light, I sat there, okay, green light, ease it forward. And do that a few times. It needed a deep vacuum. Then we broke out with her shampooer. It's a Bizzle or something. And let me tell you, boys and girls, that's a hell of a shampooer. And it's easier to actually push than the carpet vacuumer. So, did a little rambling on for you, give you something to listen to while you watch this pan. Now we're starting to get somewhere. Now we're starting to get somewhere. That's looking real good. And let's see, what did we start on? 8.1. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're working on 5 minutes now. Between 5 and 6 minutes. But I want to make sure it's done. You know the old saying, a watch kettle don't boil? Well, this one's boiling. Mama? No. You about done with my meds? Yes, sir. Come here a minute. I'm going to take the fish up. I'll pass it over to you. I know you don't want it on the camera. Okay, now I want you to tell me if it's done enough or not. Is it floating? No. And I don't know if it will float. Well, that's what I thought too. I mean, it's trying, when I go putting it back down in there, it's trying to float. They can't see you, come on. I'm watching. Alright.
It's not done. Take it up and let's see what it looks like actually.
Well, it's actually looking golden.
Yeah, go ahead and put it down. It'll...
And when I
What,
set it
did
down,
you
it
flip
tried.
them over or anything?
No.
There's a little tongs in there. The long tongs.
Yeah, what about them? You really think I need to flip them?
Yes.
I don't think they flip them in the fast food joints and shit, do they?
You see them pick them up and shake them.
I've done that.
Well, that's not like flipping the whole thing over. You flip the whole thing over and give it a little more room, maybe rearrange it a little bit. When they get done, they will float.
Okay. Grandma says and Papa Joe listens. Sometimes.
Hurry up so it doesn't cool down too much.
Oh yeah, you ought to see. Oh, that one's trying to tear apart.
Okay, if it's falling apart, it's done.
Well, these still need to. These other two was on top of each other.
Yeah.
And I know they're not done.
Okay. That's what I say, give them a little more room.
This guy though, ooh, he's trying to fall apart. So I know he's done then.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's falling apart.
Yep, he's done if he's falling apart with it.
Alright, good call. We make a damn good team, old woman.
For 20-something years.
Even if you do need a whooping.
We've had rougher times and
Well, y'all see how we work together. I'm the good looking guy on the camera and she's the brains behind the camera.
Yes, sir.
You gonna buy that story?
Oh, that's it. Yes, sir.
That's what I thought.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go ahead and turn this, stir this a little bit. That lid ain't real hot, but hold on to it, it might get that way. Oh yeah. I don't have anything in my freezer on the truck. So I was thinking about taking that cauliflower out frozen and just put it in my freezer.
One of those bags?
At least one of them bags.
We're going to use the other one and we have 2 bags.
Oh, okay. And just put some of this in a separate container. And just heat the cauliflower out there, the cauli rice.
Steam it. It steams in the microwave.
Okay. But that's what I was thinking.
And with yours just being a 700 watt, isn't it, or something? It might take a little longer than our 1100 watt.
Right. Mine's like a 600 watt or something.
Okay.
But it'd take damn near twice the time. Was what if it says a minute, give it 2, and if it says 2, give it 5.
Something like that. I mean,
yeah.
you know.
Now, on them bags, do you cut them like you do on the rice?
No. Yeah. It has a vent.
In my rice, I do a little 1-inch slit in it.
No. It has its own vent.
Okay.
You do not open it. You stand it up. The bottom is kind of spread.
Yeah.
You stand it up in there and do the directions, whatever the...
Is the bag taller than my rice bags? Because my rice bags barely fit in there standing them up.
Maybe it says lay them flat. And then you stand them up and shake them. I don't remember.
Yeah,
I'll
deal with it. I'll deal with it.
And then I cut it open.
Yeah, I'll deal with it.
You don't vent it. It's got its own vent.
Okay. Well, that's what I was thinking, is just take it with me and...
I think it'll tell you which side to lay it on.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I can't.
Okay.
But you have to read it.
Yeah, well,
We'll be reading
I have glasses.
Oh,
yeah, I didn't figure we'd eat any of this tonight. I figured we're doing fish.
Correct. Well, I want to keep the bag here for what I see.
Right, right. I figured that. And when we go shopping next week, we'll grab another bag because there's going to be enough of this for, yeah, I'll freeze a little bit of it for next week.
Okay.
But I've got like 2 dishes out there now from this week I didn't eat. So I figure we're going to wind up having a fish left over and this other deal. That gives me 2. That's more than enough for me to eat.
Yeah.
Alright, and I never did finish off the chili and hot dogs. I've got chili and hot dogs left. I'm gonna call this done, Mama.
Alright.
Yep, that looks done. You wanna double check it? I'll hand it to you.
Baby, you know if it's trying to fall apart or it's...
Well, it wasn't really trying to fall apart, but I
Should
think
be
it's
done.
done.
Should I run this vacuum sealer while you go?
Yeah, you can run that. And if they hear a little bit of background noise, it is what it is. This ain't a TV show stuff. This is the real deal. No sugar added. Grandma's running her suction food sealer thing-majiggy over there. Right there. And with the way that those two were, they laid on top of each other, I see I made it a good call to only do two this time. Got a little bit of ice broke off of him. I didn't look at my clock, and it is 6 minutes till. So I know I need to go to at least 6 o'clock. Well, remind me after a while to take this trash out. I'm rinsing that fish bag out,
Okay.
but it'll stink it up in here pretty quick. What's wrong? That thing giving her a hard way over there. And us using this bag is so much easier than getting out a bowl and fighting with it and all that stuff. Ain't even close. Did you want any kind of ranch style beans or anything?
You want some?
Not really. We're gonna have 3, 5, 7 pieces of fish.
Yeah, we got plenty.
I figure a couple of them's gonna wind up going in a plate to go.
Yeah.
Did you get the hush puppies to seal?
Yeah, they didn't vacuum real good. I mean, it did suck some air out, but this was doing the same thing, and I tried to open it. So I hit the seal first and stopped it, and then... Anyway, so I need to cut some off of it.
Yeah.
Sorry, this operation again. So I have such a hard time with these bags. Sucking and sealing.
Well, you want to make up some of your vacuum bags for it?
Well, come here and do me a favor.
What's that? What's the butt?
Put your lid down. I don't want to hold it down.
One of these days, I would learn how to use that thing.
Wet or...
Huh. Well, just tell it to seal. It wasn't really vacuum sealed when they put it in their store freezer.
It sucked a little bit as much as it was going to suck, and it turned on the seal. So.
Yeah. As long as it seals, what the heck? She got some gadgets around here I ain't never learned how to use.
See, this one was so far that it wasn't easy.
Didn't even really even seal it, huh?
Yeah, that fish didn't come any further, and let's just.
Should do a seal on it.
That's what I'm saying, but you gotta just get
Yeah.
long enough so that this will float and not push. We gotta do it right.
Oh, you pushed your butt. Don't mind me, I'll go there like Grandma flirt with me. She's mad at her machine.
No, I just don't understand why they make these bags.
Alright, I went ahead and turned them over. One's kind of floating. It's just odd shape, so it ain't floating real good. Well, folks, I know this was boring. You see, I've got just 2 more in there to go, 2 in the thingy. That's what the fish looks like. Looks pretty good to me for an amateur. Our first time of trying to deep fry it.
In this fryer.
Yeah, in this fryer. Well, we usually do it in a skillet if we do it at all. But look how that just breaks apart. So I know it's done.
Our other fryer.
Plenty done.
The lid on.
Oh, there's the fish. Here's the steak fries. And you've seen the hush puppies already. There's the hush up puppies. So I'm fixing to take these other 2 up, put 2 more down, and we're going to call this dinner. So, just so we can. Gonna layer that. But there you go, folks. That was our fish dinner we've been talking about. We finally got to do her. This cooking stuff ain't hard, folks. Give it a try. I know a lot of you do, but there's some of you that don't. That's why I make these real simple videos on this stuff. Not trying to be anything that we're not. I'm trying to encourage the younger generations. Their mamas and daddies didn't teach them how to cook. Well, guess what? Papa Joe and Grandma Rose will try to learn you something. It ain't hard. It's cheaper than eating out of the stores or out of the restaurants. And yeah, this meal was frozen. It is what it is. Grandma's trying to hush puppy. What do you think?
Good.
You know? So,
crispy on the outside and
and
done
then,
the inside.
So what?
Crispy on the outside and done inside.
There you go. You know, she's saying that crispy outside and done on the inside. We did good. This little pot I bought at Walmart. It's called the Kettle. It was damn near the cheapest one they had, but I wanted it because it had this handle on it. And the old one that I broke, it had a plastic handle. You had to twist, and it got so hot and brittle, it finally broke on me.
No, that was the lid that broke on me.
Was it the lid? Whatever it was. But I got this one simply because it has a real lid, and it has a real basket with a metal handle, and it was only like 15 or 20 bucks. It wasn't very much at all. And this is our 2nd or 3rd time using it.
It's not just a deep fryer.
That's right. It ain't a deep fryer. Tell them. Speak up.
It's a kettle, and you can make stew in it. It's an electric kettle.
You can use it like a crock pot.
You can turn the temperature down and use it like a crock pot. You know, you can make stew in it, make chicken and dumplings in it.
Yeah, it's multi-usable is what she's telling me.
Yeah, it's not just a deep fat fryer.
Right. So, so far we've liked it. We've liked it a lot. And here goes the last 2 pieces. And me and Grandma's fixing to go eat the first couple pieces. So I hope y'all enjoyed this, and more yet, I hope somebody young learned something about cooking today. Don't be scared. Remember, God loves you. So do we. Thank y'all for joining us. Have a blessed day. Bye.